In the last episode of Overnight Brisket on a Bullet-style smoker, we loaded up with a charcoal pie, we dressed up the brisket, we got our settings just right, and we dialed in all the settings for our Fireboard Fan Assist. Now, it's time to cook.
Okay, so what I've got there is I've got a 30-minute, I increased it to 30-minute time period, where the temperature comes up and gets a little bit above 210 degrees, and the fan, of course, is going to shut off, causing it to stabilize a little bit. And so I added an extra 10 minutes. It was doing it at 20 minutes. So now what's going to happen is once it begins to head on down, it'll then come back on for 2:30. But I think that's going to be about 9 minutes. When I lift this lid too, also, it's going to go into lid mode. It'll detect a quick drop in temperature, and the fan will not come on for, I think I've got it set for 5 minutes, but you can set that to anything you want. So we're going to take this off, and we are going to put it in between. Harry does this. Harry Sue does this. Can you see that? The light? There's a handle there and a handle there, and I've squeezed it between the two handles. Okay? So now my brisket is ready. Put it back on. The fan's on that side, so we want the exhaust to be on this side. That way it gets good circulation. 7 o'clock in the morning. And this is at 170. It just began to rise out of the stall. Even the meat thermometer looks good on this thing. Bark is good. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do a little prep. I think I'm going to do just a boat method because it will fit in that little tray there. That's a little bit of terminato sugar on the top. I've got beef broth with miners in it, and kind of got this lip right here so that it can overflow because I don't really want it to cover the brisket. And now I am going to start this off again with a wrap over the top. That's what it looks like, just loosely wrapped. All right, it's 9:30. The internal temperature of the brisket that's inside of here is almost 202. And I've got a little roaster warmer ready to go, but I'm going to set it on that countertop there and let it cool off just a little bit. It probably will rise to just momentarily to 205, I would imagine. Oh yeah, it is tender, and it's only going to get more tender. It's a little stiff here, but I'm really not that worried about that, you know, because it got exposed. But this little area right here is very tender, which I expect it to be a little bit different. And basically, we hit the stall just right because if you remember how much liquid I had in there before, a lot of liquid hasn't come out. So you see that we don't have it down here. That's why it's important to know when to pull it and kind of wrap it. That's why we did a loose wrap on this. All right, so I am going to put the cover back on this. When I see it dipping down, the temperature going down, I'm going to cover it again. And then we're going to put it in there for quite a long hold because I think we'll be eating around 5. And it's going to be an informal thing. But I am next going to do a turnaround on this and hang ribs because look what the Fornetto has. The ability to hang ribs. And